So what are the best tools for link building? Because, if you go back a few years ago, link building outreach was super hard, okay? You had to spend hours finding email addresses, then you had to write the emails manually yourself, and then you would not really be able to track your open rates. So you're kind of like firing emails into the abyss, crossing your fingers and hoping someone was going to answer them. So thankfully those days are gone, and with the tools I'm about to show you, you will save tons of time, money and energy. Plus you'll be able to set up a link building outreach campaign that pretty much runs itself passively. So with that, let me show you the top 6 link building tools that I use to build hundreds of backlinks. So the first thing you're gonna need is a GSuite account, okay? So some people use Gmail for outreach, a free Gmail email account, and the problem with this is that you're going to get banned very quickly if you're sending outreach emails. So if you're sending like more than 10 or 15 emails per day using a Gmail account, and you're emailing people that don't know you, they're probably going to mark you as spam, and you don't really have any sending reputation, your account's just going to get banned. And that's why I recommend using GSuite instead. Now GSuite, it costs about $6, so it's definitely worth it for every single backlink that you get. And the thing is as well, it's much more scalable. So you can send out a far higher volume. In fact, you can scale up to about 100, 150 emails per day using GSuite. And that's exactly why I recommend it. Plus, it looks more professional because you can create an @URL email account. So, if your website is example.com, then you could set up your account on GSuite as john@example.com, and therefore it looks a lot more professional. It looks better than a Gmail account that's just @gmail.com, and it's just going to help improve your deliverability overall. Next up, you got to be using Ahrefs.com, okay? Ahrefs.com will help you prospect a lot more quickly, okay? So if you're trying to send mass link building outreach campaigns and you're trying to get loads of backlinks, then you need Ahrefs. And basically this is going to help you prospect really quickly. It's going to help you find loads of websites that you can contact for a backlink, and you can do it all within a matter of minutes. Now, some people are probably going to look at the comment section and go,
"But Julian, I use Mars.com and domain authority is far more important than domain rating."
Actually, I would say that Ahrefs has the most comprehensive crawler. I've tested it myself, and I tend to find the results are just much better. Plus, outside of Google, Ahrefs have the most active crawler on the internet. So their database is far more comprehensive, and that means you can find far more prospects for your link building outreach campaign, which means that you're going to get more backlinks overall. So that's why I recommend this tool. And the other thing as well, that if you want to find prospects for your link building outreach, you could use Google. Okay, you could manually scrape Google, you could find results, find websites that you need to contact for a backlink, but that's going to be incredibly boring. You don't want to do that. So instead you can use Ahrefs, and if you're not sure how to get prospects, check out my other video on this. But basically, you want to use this tool for prospecting. It's going to save you tons of time, and it's pretty much essential when it comes to link building outreach. So now let's say you've got your GSuite account set up, you've got Ahrefs, and you've got all your prospects. Now it's time to find the email addresses, right? And finding email addresses, if you're trying to do it manually, it's going to take you hours of frustration. It's going to be boring as hell. And that's why I recommend using Hunter instead, because what you can do is upload your list of prospects, and within about a minute or two, you've got a whole list of email addresses that you can quickly contact to make sure you get backlinks. Now, not only that, with Hunter.io, you can quickly find multiple email addresses for the same company. So you can see, okay, I've got the email address of the editor, the manager, the email address of the admin staff. Who do I need to specifically contact? Who's managing the website and who's most likely to give me a backlink. So you've got a choice of people you can contact with Hunter, and therefore you can filter out the ones that are the most important contacts. Because when it comes to link building, it's important to contact the right person. If you don't do that, you're not going to get a backlink because they don't know how to add a backlink to their website. Now, a quick word of warning. A lot of the email addresses that you find online aren't going to be valid, which means that when you start emailing these people, you're going to get a really high bounce rate, which affects your deliverability, and therefore in the long run, you're not going to get the same results from link building outreach as if you did what I'm about to tell you, okay? So what you really need to do is start verifying email addresses before you send emails to them. Because the thing is, a lot of email addresses that you find online are either fake, they're outdated, there might be spam traps, and there are all these problems with finding email addresses online, and that's why you need to verify them first. So what you can do is use a tool like Clearout, and basically this makes life super easy because you can upload all your email addresses and then verify them very quickly in a matter of minutes, and then right, okay, I've got a bunch of email addresses, they're all valid, my bounce rates aren't going to be high, and therefore my overall deliverability is going to be much better. And this brings me on to tool number 5, which is where the magic happens, and that is Lemlist. Now, Lemlist is basically a bulk outreach tool, and it can personalize all your outreach emails, it can schedule them, and therefore your whole campaign can run passively in the background, and you don't really need to touch it. So instead of writing out all the emails yourself, personalizing them yourself, which would take hours and be extremely boring, you can instead upload your contacts to Lemlist, schedule the whole campaign, and let it run in the background to build you tons of backlinks. In fact, Lemlist can even send the chase up emails for you so that you don't need to chase webmasters up and check whether they read your last email. So this is just going to save you tons of time. It makes life much easier, and it allows you to focus on more important stuff than sending the emails yourself, so that you can save so much time. And now it's time for the final tool, which is Google Sheets. Now, once the backlinks start coming in, you want to track them on Google Sheets so that you can see, right, where have the backlinks come from, where they're going to, what's the domain rating of each backlink, and then you can share them with your team. You know, I personally share them with my clients, and that way you can create this amazing backlink tracker that you can share on the cloud. You've got a backup because it's on Google Drive, and also it's a free tool that you don't even need to pay for. So this is a very powerful way to track your backlinks, and also you can insert some formulas into Google Sheets to track the page that's been linked to. And this makes life much easier because you can automate most of the process and save yourself some time too. So that's it from me and my top 6 link building tools. I really hope this video helped you. If it did, please smash a like on the video. And if you have any questions about link building outreach or the tools that I use, let me know in the comment section below and I'll be really happy to help. And if you haven't already, please subscribe because my link building videos will help you build more backlinks and grow your website with SEO.